Hey, Retro Road Mappers, it's Maud Betty, and my hotel room is pretty echoey, but it's actually nice and quiet compared to some other places. So I'm checking in from the road. This is day 4 of my Route 66 tour with Two Lane America or guidedroute66tours.com. I want to get that in there because Austin Coop, who runs this tour, has been an awesome host. I joked that I'm going to start calling him Steph Austin. I'm going to start calling him Awesome. So anyhow, we are here. It's day 4 of the Retro Roadmap Route 66 tour. I am in Springfield, Missouri, not Springfield, Illinois. We were in Springfield, Illinois a couple of days ago. Maybe it was just yesterday. I don't know. I think today is Tuesday. When you're on the road, all that stuff kind of loses track. At least I lose track of it. Anyhow, I wanted to fill you in on some of the fun things that have been happening. I am really excited that everybody has been showing up to these videos, including myself, because I promised myself that I would do these on the road videos to kind of get the word out about all this fun on Route 66 that we're having. I will also be posting photos, mainly on Instagram, but they'll get here. Hey, Joe Boutram, Route 66 man about town. Having a great time so far, and I can see why people love to be driving on Route 66, and it's just been so cool. Joe, we're not at the Railhaven. No, I'm sorry. We're at a very nice, very clean, very quiet chain hotel. I promise I didn't have anything to do with this, but it is really nice. It's clean. I'm all about the clean. I have to say. And I was kind of impressed. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm kind of on this chaise lounge thing. I'm going to move this, but look at this. See? It's like, look. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're just going to hang out here and chat like this. See? Isn't this kind of fun? So there's that. I feel kind of weird. Well, that might be. No. Anyhow, I'll put this more where you can just see me. I don't know if we want to. Maybe you want to go back to that. Maybe a big old face. Anyhow, so it's day 4, Route 66, and we've had so much fun already today. But before I get into today's fun, I need to back up because yesterday, after I sign off, after I signed off, as you could see, oh my God, that whole Union Station Hotel Beatles thing was still, I cannot even tell you how mind-blowing that was. Like, I really felt like I stepped into an alternate universe. And if people are looking on today, don't know what I'm talking about, I posted the video this morning because I had to get that out to share it with everybody before we hit the road today because it was just such a magical experience. It was going to be, I assumed it was going to be a beautiful hotel anyway because it's an old train station, a glorious old train station. So I just walked in like expecting that it was going to be a glorious historic train station. It was, and I would have been like very impressed otherwise. But then I walk in the middle of this Beatles thing, and while the video shows what I was seeing, except I had it in kind of 3D. That's why I was kind of moving around doing my video like that. But it was just I just felt like something magical was happening. And I didn't know until I posted it this morning. I didn't know that today is actually Paul McCartney's birthday. So happy birthday, Sir Paul. Happy Paul McCartney's birthday, everybody. So anyhow, so that was a lot of fun. And I think, okay, so yesterday, I admit, it might have been that, oh, well, here's a random thing. So I found out on the way driving out of St. Louis today that Tums have been made in St. Louis since 1930 something. And oh my gosh, yes, yesterday was pretty much brought to you by Tums in my mind because I had, I think, a couple of ice creams. Okay, Tums and Lactate and Pepto. But in any case, I had the best hot fudge sundae for dinner last night. And the reason I'm telling you and confessing this to you that was actually my dinner was because it was at this most adorable place. It's called the Crown Candy Kitchen. Crown Candy Kitchen in St. Louis. You have to go there. It's old-timey. It is so cool. And the people were so nice. And I took pictures and I'm telling you, that hot fudge was so good. They also have a thing that they make that they had food there too, but I mean, when you can get ice cream, why bother with food? They had, what do you call it? BLT sandwich called like pretty much like, I don't know, heart attack on a plate or the heart attack or something. I got a picture of it because the waitress was bringing it to somebody else's seat when I was there. So I said, oh my God, can I take a picture of that? And I was so glad that I got the ice cream. It looks great. So Crown Candy Kitchen in St. Louis. This is not a paid endorsement. This is just Maud Betty sharing the love because this place was so awesome. So that was dinner last night. Today's stuff. So today we went from St. Louis up here to Springfield, Missouri. I don't know. There. Something like that. Couple of stops. Couple of really cool stops. First one was we went to Mermack Caverns. Now, I think of Mermack and I think a couple of random things. First of all, it is an Indian name. I looked it up, but it has nothing to do with Merrimack, like where I'm from. I thought it was going to be like the Merrimack Valley, Merrimack River, that type of thing. No, it's kind of a thing, but it was really cool old. Like you crawl under the crust of the earth, people. You walk around and it's cool, like both like, you know, spiritually and temperature-wise. It was really cool. They actually filmed an episode of Lassie there once. And then the thing that I'm pretty sure I saw this movie when I was staying with my grandmother in Dedham, and we saw at Dedham Community Theater downtown Dedham, Massachusetts in 1974, which was like this Huck Finn movie that came out in 1974. Thank you, Steve, the heart-stopping BLT. I appreciate you chiming in with that because it looked really good, but I needed to get an ice cream. So anyhow, these caverns were really cool. I highly recommend you go check them out because not only are they so amazing what nature does, but also the fact that humans have known about it for how many years, maybe like hundreds of years, and we haven't screwed it up just yet. So really go check it out. And then the other fun thing, I'm not sure, Joe, I will check if we're going to be stopping in the Red Oak tomorrow. I've got my itinerary, but it's kind of like tomorrow's is going to be an amalgam of stuff I want to do and stuff that's the group is going to be doing. But the one thing that got me so excited about going to the caverns, even before we got into them, we passed this like bank of old souvenir machines, kind of like pinball machine type things. And before we even get in the caverns, I turned to the guy and was like, oh my God, do those still work? And he was like, yeah. So I was pretty psyched the whole time. So what I did, I have some pictures of this. I will show it to you on Instagram. I'll probably port them over to Facebook. Is I made one of these. Now, let me see. Where's the, yeah. Can anybody see what, does anybody besides me know what these is? Okay, so I'm going to hold it up here when I talk about it because this is like, I don't even know what it's called. Maybe like a souvenir. I can't even figure this out if I move my hand. It doesn't even look like my own hand anymore. I'm freaking out. I'm sorry. This is wait, I'm alive. Okay, so okay, it is my real hand. I swear. Okay, it's this. Anyhow, these I used to collect these back in the day, like Hampton Beach and stuff like that. What it is you go to this thing and you move the little clock. I'm gonna put my hand down because it's freaking me out. You move the clock face to a letter, and you pull the handle and you write a sentence and then you pop it out, and it's 32 characters plus spaces. And sometimes the counters didn't work, and this one the counter worked, so I got one of these. And oh my God, whose hand is that that's showing it? Oh, you can tell I'm a little bit tired from from the road is what happens, people, but it's okay. It's okay. So I just wanted to share that they have some of these machines there at Mermack Cavern. So if you like old-timey souvenirs like I do, and mine says, what did I write? Maud Betty 66. Ooh, I'm freaking myself out. Yeah, there we go. We're at 66. And then the date, which is also Paul McCartney's birthday. So that was Mermack Caverns in Missouri. Oh my God, the next place we went to, I think it was the next place, Wagon Wheel Motel. Wagon Wheel Motel, a couple of things about that. First of all, it is in Cuba. It is in Cuba, Missouri, named after Cuba, the country. There were no mojitos. I checked. They should have mojitos there. So Cuba, Missouri, check it out. You should do like a mojito thing. Trust me. It'd be great. Anyhow, the oldest continually operating tourist court on Route 66. It's got a really cool neon sign too. It wasn't on because we were there during the daytime, but so adorable. This woman, Connie, has put this place back on the map. I cannot even tell you how adorable and clean this was. It's these little, what do you call them? Like stone little stone cottages and everything that you can stay in. And they let us look at a couple of them, and they were just great. They were like, very simple and very just clean and plain and simple and clean. I'm all about the clean, people. You don't need to decorate, just freaking clean. And so this was just a cool place. I wish, you know what I mean? We did spend some time there and spend some money. I got some postcards because, oh my God, do I have to write postcards? I'm looking at myself, but I should be looking up there. I need to write a bunch of postcards to all of you. Thank you for this. So I bought some postcards there. But the Wagon Wheel Motel in Cuba, that was awesome. I would love to figure out how to stay there. The other thing, and you probably saw my video from earlier about lunch. Lunch was awesome too. That was in Cuba. Cuba is like the place, people. The Four Way, which is adorable old filling station. Now it's family owned and operated and has, really, really good food. Oh my God, my burger was delicious. My lamb burger was absolutely delicious, and everything else people had looked really good. There were like kebabs and salads and Brussels sprouts and different things like that, and regular burgers too, don't get me wrong. One thing I wanted to mention about the burgers though, here was kind of a takeaway for me. So, you go on these trips and you pretend like I'm just cool with everything. And maybe you say you don't have any preconceived notions when you're going on a trip. Yeah, I kind of pretty much thought, and maybe it's true, I mean, this is only day 4, and we're going to be on the road for like another, 9 days, that every freaking stop was going to be like burgers and fries, fish and fries, burgers and fries. Anybody know where that comes from? Besides my own random head, but it was going to be burgers and diner food and all that. That's not to say that tonight at Steak and Shake that it's not going to be that. But all of a sudden, instead, I'm getting this lamb burger with like this feta cheese and tzatziki sauce and some mint. And it was just so good. So, you know what? Catch yourself when you have these preconceived notions and just throw them out the door, because I didn't think we were going to have anything that delicious just kind of on the road. So bad on me for thinking that, and just be open to whatever happens. So that was really cool. That was the Four Way in Cuba. And again, for people who are just joining, Maud Betty is on day 4 of her Retro Roadmap Route 66 tour with guidedroute66tours.com. And the reason I'm saying that is because Austin Coop, who's done this, has done such an awesome job, awesome Austin, of just coordinating all this. So basically, so none of us have to deal with all like the minutia of this. We pretty much just get in the cars and he gives us like Google Maps. And oh my gosh, we even have walkie-talkies. So that was a funny thing. We got walkie-talkies today. And this is what you do when you have the international walkie-talkie sign. So it's just like, hey, everybody, so we're going to be taking the exit in 15 minutes. So like, we all kind of just know where to go. And then random other stuff like, yes, that is a dead armadillo on the side of the road. Or did you know that building over there, they actually make barrels? Things like that. I haven't talked on it yet, but I feel like I want to do like a breaker 19, like a pretend I'm like, because we are kind of in a convoy, if you think about it. We got a great big convoy. Anybody? Convoy? Anybody? Oh, this was funny too, just real quick. And I'm going to be mindful. Oh my God, I was going to say I'm going to be mindful of my time. I didn't even set my timer. Anyhow, I am driving a Chevy Malibu. It's a rental car. I'm seeing the USA in my Chevrolet though. That's kind of neat. And at one point today, I got caught in what I was considering almost like a pod of trucks. Almost like a pod of dolphins or something. Like all of a sudden you're swimming, the next thing you know, you're surrounded. And then the crazy thing was, and this is going to only mean something to the pop music geeks out there, that if any of my music friends or I don't even think Cliff has chimed in, but anyhow, Mike Viola from the band The Candy Butchers has a song called Truck Stop Sweetheart. Not kidding. I was listening to that on the road when I all of a sudden got surrounded by these truckers, and I felt like so. Like, hey, everybody, look, I'm a trucker too. I'm like in my Chevy Malibu singing about a truck stop sweetheart. Guys, anybody get their ears on? So it was my trucker moment. But moving right along. So, this was so cool. This was, I think, there's been so many highlights. And this place, again, I'm getting like a little bit, this trip gets me a little bit in the feels, as kids say, or in the heart, because we ended up, we were making good time, and so Austin made a call. He made a call, International made a call sign, and he made a call to this guy Bob, who has Bob's Gasoline Alley, which is so chock-a-block full of gasoline and gas station memorabilia, signs, neon signs, trucks, all sorts of things. I will definitely post photos of this. And it was just such a delight to be able to go in. Bob actually left work so he could open up the place so we could all come by and see it. And somebody said to me on this trip, it's not going to be about the places you go, it's going to be about the people. And I was like, nah, sometimes I like places and I'm kind of like, I don't like people. But they were right, because Bob was such a dear soul. He came out of work to open up this place for us. And the other thing is as we were leaving, he was telling us this kind of heartbreaking story about, like, he says that, like, people can come here and look anytime. This is my driveway, but people can come and they take pictures, and he just seemed so open, and he was so excited to just share his collection with people. And as we were leaving, he shared this kind of crapo story that somebody actually, I don't know if it was this past year or whatever, but somebody actually broke in and stole some stuff from his collection at one point. He doesn't know who they were, doesn't know, they must have come in and kind of scoped out the place, maybe posing as tourists, and they stole specific things that they knew were worth a lot of money. And I just think that is so crappy. And the thing that really bugged me about that, and I don't know why I'm getting all deep, but I'm just going to go there, is because it wasn't so much about the fact that Bob lost the things that were worth money. It was about, you could sense that he lost something about the trust he had in people, that he trusted that people, he's opening up his place to them, and that they will love and respect this place and not do anything crappy and mean like that. And so I think when people that rob somebody of their stuff is one thing, but like the worst thing is when that person gets robbed of their, feeling that they can't trust anybody anymore. He has since, kind of gotten over that, and obviously he welcomed us with open arms, but, people have been so friendly. Everybody we've talked to on the road has been so nice, and a lot of these little tiny places are run by volunteers, so don't be a crappy person and steal stuff, duh. But also, really give a sincere thanks to these people who are doing, these are not easy jobs, and they're, people do this for the love of it and to share their love of Route 66 in America and the whole thing. So it was so blessed. We were so lucky to be able to meet Bob, got to see his stuff. And so if you ever see Bob's Gasoline Alley online, I think you can even call him, and if he's open, you can come on down. So got a little bit, verklempt also because my dad actually used to collect mobile memorabilia, and so I saw, oh my God, now I'm gonna get all whatever, saw some of the flying red horses, and I always think of him when I see those, so I knew my dad would like the place. So anyhow, another lesson learned on the road is that sometimes, oh my God, this was like camping in, I don't know, what do you call it, like extreme camping? Yeah, it's really hard sometimes. There's not a Wi-Fi signal, so you can't send somebody a picture. Tried to send my sister a picture of the place, and I couldn't do it. So that was like, I felt like off the grid because I couldn't send a picture. What else do we do? Oh yeah, so somebody had mentioned, so a couple of things people had mentioned that I wanted to make sure that I chimed in on. So I did see the giant rocking chair in Fanning. That was hysterical. I'm going to send a picture to Cliff because it said like the world's greatest rocker, and I'm going to be like, hey Cliff, you're the world's greatest rocker. I had some popcorn. Joe, you were so right. They had popcorn. I ate it all. So now I've got like, I sensed this what do I say? I could sense some really bad poor food choices coming on. So I got like a pink soda and some candy colored popcorn on there in Fanning. And so that was a lot of fun. I mean, what else are you going to do on a road trip but make poor food choices? And now I'm not hungry for dinner, but I'm probably still going to eat dinner anyway. So that was in Fanning. I got my passport stamped. I've got a stamp. Like I'll show it to you later. And then, yeah, so that's it so far. I mean, we're here. I'm going to go get some food. I have to show you this because somebody told me to like do a video. Gotta look up here. Somebody told me to do a video of me writing out these postcards to people, to many of you retro road mappers who are on my mailing list, retroroadmap.com/join, and emailed me your mailing address. This is only part of the, can you even see? Yeah. So I've got a lot of postcards to write, but it's awesome because you know what? I know that I am so lucky to be on this trip. I mean, it was definitely a carpe diem, like I'm going on this trip. It's a long time away, expenses, etc. But I said, I need to do this for myself, and I know that I would just love to bring people along with me because not everybody can do this. But I figured by doing these videos every day, by sending postcards, I can do a couple of things. I can maybe make you feel like you're on here, maybe encourage you to go to do this yourself if you want to, however you decide to do it. Or maybe just, feel like you're tagging along because it is a really fun thing. And I feel grateful to do it. And I really appreciate everybody who is signing in. And I just realized I can't look at any of the comments. Here, oh, there we go. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm such a goof. I didn't realize people were asking comments. Okay, so here, I'm backing up. Okay, Hey everybody, Hearts WBLT. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, so Joe and Anna have stayed at the Wagon Wheel, and I would totally love to stay there sometime myself. And please go to Joe, put the link to your Route 66 page in the comments here because I think people would like to see what you guys do too. Because Joe and Anna are like Route 66ers, like they do it all the time. This is my first one. They do it all the time. Yes, and I am going to do that. Oh, Matthew Lober, I'm so glad. Yeah, it was so great. Such a great thing. Let me see. Oh, funny. Somebody got it. Celia, I had no idea that your car broke down in Cuba, Missouri. Well, you know what? All those things can always make for a crazy story. But anyhow, yes. So Maud Betty, Route 66, day 4, Springfield, Missouri. Tomorrow I go to, looking. I go to Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. And I think we're only going to be in Kansas for like a little bit. And then we go to Joplin, Missouri. I know it's in the song, so we're going there. Yeah, and actually, I'm psyched because I'm going to go to some places in Tulsa. And yeah, well, guess what? You're going to maybe find out tomorrow what I did tomorrow at around this time. So anyhow, in conclusion, if you like what I'm doing, you can follow along here on Facebook. And I thank everybody who's joined. Actually, some people from our tour have now probably joined in, which is kind of fun. I thank everybody who started to like Retro Roadmap on Facebook because of this. I hope you enjoy this. As I said, I promised myself I would do that. Oh yeah, I'm actually, so check it out. I'm wearing my Pleasant Cafe t-shirt because Pleasant Cafe in Roslindale. I thought I would add that. I just like them. But I'm doing this just as practice to get used to being in the front of the camera, or just maybe this is a different way for me to get the places that I want to share with people out quicker than my writing, because sometimes my writing can be like, ugh. But talking is goofy, but it gets the job done. And if this gets you to know about places more quickly than me writing about them, then maybe this is what I should do. I don't know. But I promised myself I would do one every day. And so far, I've done one every day. And I'm still totally cracking up about the fact that that didn't look like my own hand. I'm trying to do like a puppet show thing. So anyhow, all right, Beth, time to go. All right. Time to go get Steak and Shake. All right. Okay, maybe I won't be a puppet person, but thank you, everything. And I promise to get some more comments. Like, I'll get back to your comments here because I can't only do one thing at a time. And oh my gosh, thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to sign off now. And tomorrow I'm on the road, and it's going to be great. And yeah, just go drive your life. That's what I'm saying. Just drive your life. Find out where you want to go. Get behind the wheel. Take it out of park. Put the gas, steer in the direction, and then go to the places you want to go. How's that? All right?